Hey everybody. Hey, you probably heard me talk about this company called Cox that made some pretty cool train stuff in the 70s. And last I knew, Walters owns their molding. I don't know if they own all of them, but they made this cool lumber mill or sawmill where you could you put the track here and the logs would dump, and this would shoot the logs in. Whoops. And on the outside, the other side, cut lumber would come out, kind of thing. And they had like a shed for the cut lumber, whole train set. And this is one of the cars from the train set, the firefighting car. But I finally scored something I've wanted since about 1976. So let me show you what I won on eBay. All right, so what I won was 4 boxes of stuff that went to the Dock Trainscapes set. And what that had was this conveyor belt, which actually ran. You plug it, you'd hook it up to a transformer. It's DC power. And there's a switch. You switch it between track power and conveyor power and use your power pack to control the speed. Now, I never had one of these, but I do now. There's the dock. Now, unfortunately, these are all in the original boxes with instructions, but they're missing the containers, the crates, and the oil drum pallets. I did get the little shed and the boat, which probably is the hardest thing you could find, I would say. So I'll be on the lookout at train shows for these, because I think they actually did sell as an accessory pack these things. I'm not totally sure, but I'm going to keep an eye out either on eBay or at a show. Oh, another thing, these are modular, these dock pieces. And I already have one, and you can add on and make the long dock as long as you want. I'll show you that a little bit later. And then here's the crane, which I have one of these also already, but I don't have a brand new one. I got one from a show I had to fix. But this would pick up those little containers, little claw, it opened up, and you have a little wheel here. It opens, or the claws open and pick up the containers, and you could slide back and forth to put it into a ship or a truck or train. But the piece I wanted so bad as a kid was this, the freighter ship. And I have a feeling a lot of these probably didn't survive, because these were marketed towards kids. Back in the 70s, all guys I knew had model trains, because we didn't have video games and internet and all that stuff. This is made out of styrofoam. The main part here is plastic, but I'm going to guess, kids play with these and styrofoam doesn't hold up real well. And they probably got beat up and broken up and thrown away. But this one's new in the box. It is missing a sticker that says San Diego, but it does have the striping, which I don't know if it's any good. But you know what? Let's open up this stuff and see what we got. All right, so here's the dock, and it did come with track. Of course, it was brass back in the 70s. These are brand new. Because the idea was, if you had an oval, you'd put this piece in to, run it out to the dock. You got your little rerailer or crossing piece. And in another bag, there's a uncoupler that would go at the end. But these would, let me show you. You got your ramp, which hooks in there. And then your end piece, the dock. Simple that. And the track would go right to the center. So the idea being, you can run a truck, up the ramp. And the overhead crane would ride on little grooves, because there's wheels in the crane, and the conveyor belt would run back and forth on here. So let's open up the conveyor belt. All right, so there's conveyor belt, and the idea with boxes would, you load the boxes on this belt and it actually moves, and then you'd use this gate to drop the boxes off this way. I'm not sure how well this worked in practice, but your little motor's in here, and this would ride on the groove, and you manually push it. So that's pretty cool. Let me back up a little bit here. And let's look at the crane now. Just so you can see, these things were mint. They're still in the packaging with all the twist ties and stuff. But let me get this together so you can see it better. Okay, so there's your crane. And, you know, use this to lower and raise the, whatever you want to call it, container boom. And then you go back and forth. This is all manual. There's no electric to this one. And this too, put on there, it rides up and down the dock. Oh, and I have their accessory bag here. It's got the little hut. I don't want to open it up yet until I actually put this on the layup. It's got a uncoupler piece you can snap on the track. It's got the mooring cleats, I guess what you call them. I don't know. I'm not up on my nautical terms. You can see them right there. Little, you know, they attach the line from the ships. And it's got the little boat. It's black. It's hard to see. Okay, and now the piece that excites the little 10-year-old in me, the freighter. So they got your styrofoam base. This is thick plastic too. You can see the glue's gotten old. But this came wrapped in tissue, and this would sit right in there. I didn't press it in yet. You got your little radar mast. It would fit right in there. And it came with the waterline striping, which I don't know how good these stickers are. I mean, they've been around for the 70s. They go down a little twisted. You figure they've been sitting in a box for 40 years. They would go here, and the name would go up front. I got the smokestack stripe too, if I can get it out for you. Yeah, that one goes around the smokestack. It's got a little curve to it, so it would bend around it. I don't know if I'm going to attempt these or not. And here's the cool part. The back end of this comes out. Gotta be careful because I don't want to break the styrofoam. Maybe I won't pull it out. But as you can see inside, piece of paper stuck in the middle, there's grooves. And what that was for is you would back this up to the dock, and that is HO spacing. Got a car here, and that fits in the grooves. And you could put in 2 train cars. How cool is that? You know, I realize I say how cool is that about a million times in my videos. But anyways, yeah. So you have a train car, freighter or ferry. And then the front, you could put all kinds of different cargo and loads. There's a little better view of the detail on the ship. There's part of me that wants to really paint up the light preservers. Either put lights in or fill in with a clear glue lens maker in the spotlights and, you know, put windows in. Or do I keep it like it came in the 70s? Because I have never come across one of these in a show. I just happened to catch it on eBay. So I'm tickled pink, so to say. But let me show you what this house would back up. I hope I'm showing this pretty well because these pieces are pretty big. But let me get the dock piece again. All right, so you'd have your dock piece and you'd back up your ship. And there are little recesses where the track is, so I assume, let me see if I can show it to you. Yeah, right there, a little recess. That's where the track would line up. You pull this plastic piece out. Anyway, you can turn this to align with the track. And you can load your rolling stock on the ship. I mean, how cool is that? This is from the 70s. I don't know if these molds still exist, but it'd be cool if somebody would, if Walters had this, maybe mold it in plastic. I mean, I don't know how much it would cost this day and age, but I think it'd be a pretty sweet item to sell. And like I said before, this is a modular system. So I have a dock piece I bought at a show. And I think after Cox HM, may have bought the molds, because some of the Cox pieces would later on say HM on the bottom. So let's do this. Take the ramp off. Take the end piece off. And you just simply, okay, in theory, you simply, there we go, attach the two. Hey, look, there's a color difference, isn't there? And then you can have a super long, let me back up here more, dock set. Let's get our crane back up on here. So you give yourself plenty of space to run all the dock accessories. Oh, they also made this crane here in yellow. I'd love to find one in yellow. I don't know what the story is, why they did the different one in yellow. I'd love to find, I don't know, 2 or 3 more of these dock pieces. Probably find them in a show. Because I have another crane. And you know, when you see dock videos, there's often multiple cranes. I mean, they don't look like this anymore, I don't believe. But you could have a nice busy scene with multiple pieces. Right now, this one, it's held on with friction. And since this one's been played with and it's used, that metal tab doesn't hold it very well. But as you can see, this would have been one heck of a fun set for kids. And I got a poster I want to show you from Cox. So here's the poster. Build a super train layout with Cox Trainscapes sets and accessories. And let me tell you something. If I had a layout like this as a kid, I would have gone crazy. I'm sorry for the glare. Let me see if I can get... Yeah, there we go. Look at that. There's 2 dock sets together, or, you know, the conveyor belt and the crane, and you got the ship and all the boxes. And there's the big timber sawmill, and that's the big timber train set. They had the firefighting car, the crane, the log car, the cut lumber car, the caboose, and Walters uses that mold for their GP9 still. And then there's a little dock piece there. There's the race set right there, the white engine. The military set was very cool. There's the cut lumber shed and another dock with a ship. I mean, like I said, in the 70s as a kid, this stuff was just cool. I didn't really get any of this stuff. I had, I got Tyco accessories. But hey, it's only taken what, I don't know, 40-something years for me to finally snag these things. But yeah, that ship, I don't know, that's just, I never thought I was going to find it. And it blew my mind that I got one in mint condition, brand new in a box. That just was amazing to me. So, I guess you can never say never. And now I really want to build like a big dock set, get some water scene going, and it'd just be too cool. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed seeing this stuff from the 70s. Probably some of you older guys might remember this stuff, and if you're new to this stuff, you probably didn't know this stuff was around. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and catch you down by the tracks.